Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna skip the gory details, but I'll show you anyway. So let me just take the camera. I got floor jacks. You can see where they're located and how I chock my wheel. No need for me to show the other side, but people are going to ask me, oh, detail, baby, detail. So hopefully this will give you a great angle. Right about there, you got enough light to see what I'm going to be doing. And I did a lot of preparing. This is the cover. It sits on. It comes with these bolts. They're located every so often. And then I change out those J3 Phillips to 10 millimeters with a washer so I could get them a lot easier. This is a handle. It goes back. And I removed where the jack point for the hydraulic is at, because when my fluid starts to drain, it's going to be in the way. So yeah. What I am also going to be doing is, just in case I have an emergency and I need a new plug, I got them right here. 90009-PH1-000. And I got the crush washer, one with nylon rubber and one with the regular rubber. The regular crush washer. 17 millimeter. Loosen it. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Like I said, I did a lot of preparing, and if you don't do it right and you leave it loose, you're going to drip. So I do try to get my hands out of the way so when this oil starts to come out, it won't get on me. So I put pressure against, and I've done so many of these. You can see my first one, how I changed it. I changed it differently. My crush washer is on there. It's just solidly on there. I'm gonna have to get it off there, a little tap of the hammer or whatever. And here we go. It's loose, it's dripping. Bingo, all in. So there's my crush washer. You can see that it's on there, nice and solid. How do I get that crush washer off? Use a little tool. I use a screwdriver, and there's the crush washer. Can you reuse crush washers? Sure you can. You can reuse it. So as this thing starts to drip, move it back. Somebody's going to ask me, ooh, that smells like gasoline. Not at all. I don't smell the gas. So there are my two crush washers. One's from a Toyota. Don't fit, and the other's from a Honda. It fits. So my new crush washer's on. And there's my old crush washer. So as this drips and drips and drips, I'll come back. I'll be back in a few minutes. I got this, and I do apologize if I can't read it correctly for you. 07400 PLH, whatever. It goes on there, and I may need to have an extension. And while that's nearly finished dripping, I'll change my camera angle for you so you can see. I got a tool. I want to extend it, and you got to watch out for these fake oil filters. And you know when you get a fake oil filter, this thing will start to strip. So I don't want to get all that drip out. That's me. So I put this back on. It feels like there's a little dirt on it. All done. So here we go. Now we get our filter going. It's nice and snug. Starts to drip. This is the drip area. Just let that drip out. Take your time. Nobody rushes you on YouTube. None at all. So as it finally dripped out whatever was left up in there, here comes the filter. Off it comes. And pour the rest in there. And I'll come back in a few minutes after this is all finished dripping. Okay, it's all finished dripping, so what I do is I clean up this area right here. Still got a couple of drips, and I clean up my filter area. Oh, you want to see it? Give me a second. Let me get everything out of the way. That's where I'm going to clean up. All done. I'll grab my Honda filter. You can read that number. I can't read it. Important part here is getting some oil to the O-ring. And I don't take new oil, I take some old oil because it's right here. And I simply go around the filter. Well, debate. Do I put in oil or do I put oil up there? That's the question people want to know. Quickly get the camera there for you. You can see it just absorbing in. You could put a date on this, do whatever your heart desires. Spin it on, get it on there nice and snug. Then take your tool and let the tool do the rest. Just make it tight enough and taut enough. I think 18 pounds. You don't want to get your tool stuck on there. You notice a little bit of dripping. Right, not sure where that dripping came from, but maybe that came from the pressure. Who knows? So again, clean up. You're not done because you still got to get that bolt there. Put your tool to the side that you used, 17 millimeter again. I think this is what, 22 torque pounds or still 18 torque pounds. Make sure the car is cold because you don't want to touch that bad boy, the exhaust manifold. Crush washer, there you go, that's nice and tight. Now, I didn't show you taking this off. I have to show you putting it back on. There I go. I got one on. They take a nice large screwdriver. Make sure they go in nice and snug. You will lose these. Trust me. Don't make it super tight, just tight enough. A little fantastic on this bad boy, and you can shine it up. Nothing's loose, nothing's dribbling. To the front we go. This Rover's like have 3.5 quarts. So I am 3.5 quarts. 2 quarts, 0.2 went into the filter. And I'm going to pour 90% of it in. Clean my dipstick. I know to start the car. And shut it off. And this way I want to see what it looks like cold. Just in the oil pan itself. I know you guys can't see that. I'm not sure if I was at the top, middle, or bottom. Just super duper hard to see. So that little bit just goes in. I'm going to put my little cloth back in so nothing drips. Close it up. give a start, come back. The jack stands on both. So here the jack stands come down. And some strength to take this down. Nice and low. Take its time, it's down, and remove. So I started the car and everything turned over. It should be good. Let's now look at the oil. That's going to be the hardest thing for you to see. Clean it. And now check it. And I'll try to bring this nice and close to you so you can see it. I can't see it, but it's somewhere down over here. Right there. Or there. I think we're good. So clean up. Check it a little later after it starts over again. Time to go reset the oil light. Settings. Vehicle. People love to rush. Just read this. Maintenance info. Oil filter. Brake fluid. That's what 7 meant. I am not changing brake fluid at 26,717 miles. So what we're going to do is select reset items. All do items, oil and filter. B. Would you like to reset oil life 10% B7? Yes. I am the man of the oil changes. If you're looking to see a oil change of someone taking its time and doing a very clear and nice informative one on a 2020 Toyota Corolla SE, it's 700 and change. When that weather's warm tomorrow, the next day, and it's cold like right now, that's when I'm going to change the oil before the 1,000 mark. Then going to a dealer at 5,000 miles, first oil change. I thank you. You like this video? Subscribe. If you don't like it, check the other ones out and subscribe. Just show a thumbs up, make a comment, share it. Have a great day. Show that love. Have a great one, everybody.